It's time.
It's time.
And now, it's time for Herman and Sharon.
I love you. Thank you for joining us, and we do appreciate it because you are important to every program. So are you.
Well, thank you. And so are you.
So how are you?
You feeling pretty good?
I'm.
Actually, you're sounding better than you have.
Show them how we hug each other.
Not again.
But we didn't.
Oh, this is
See,
embarrassing.
they didn't watch the other program.
Well, you never know.
See, everyone's brand new. They don't watch these in
Sequence.
sequence. Yeah, that's the word I'm after.
Right. Well, anyway.
So I don't give you my bad cold that I brought back from Nashville, Tennessee.
Well, you know what? You're just about over it. So if I was going to get it, I probably would have gotten it when you were coming down with it.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, but I know I don't allow you to kiss me, so that helps.
It does. That's right. I don't. It's been about, what, 3 or 4 years now?
After 50 years married, we don't kiss anymore.
We have a young couple, and they don't know what we're talking about. They think we're nuts anyway. We have this nice-looking young couple.
Very young.
Robert and Erin Dellenger is their names. And Robert became a successful businessman in his 30s. That's what he looks like right now.
Yes,
despite his
I
many
wouldn't even guess
achievements
him at 30 now.
and self-help knowledge, they never outweighed life's endless stream of hurtful people. We know about hurtful people too.
Oh, yes.
Adversaries and a divorce that finally brought him to God in 2003. And he's written a book,
Here it
You
is,
Don't
right
Have
here.
to Hurt Anymore.
And that's a great cover,
I like the
isn't it?
title of it.
Yes, right there. And they're actually here.
They are.
Yeah, in person.
Hello again.
So how long have you guys been married? I want to shake hands. You dropped. I did.
I want to drop that.
Goodness. You get that in your pocket?
I carry my cross daily, he says.
Does he mean physically do that?
I was going to use it as a prop in case I needed it.
Oh my God! Well, and if you hadn't stood up,
Then
but let's lay this here, right here, so you got the prop right in front of you.
Yeah.
That
So
is
we
neat.
blew it for him.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't a surprise.
Okay, all right.
Good to have you guys.
Yes.
Thank you. Good to be here.
I mean, how long have you been married? Did you tell?
Almost 5 years now.
Goodness. You met her where?
At church.
Good place.
Actually, I saw her one Sunday, and something hit me, and I
Was it
knew
her?
she was the one. Well, surprisingly, no. It was the next Sunday that I introduced myself after praying, and after that, it was a couple weeks later, I realized that she was the one that God had for me,
Wow.
and He made it very clear that she was.
That just amazes me how many people, especially the men, they'll see this girl or whatever, and it's like, that's the one.
I saw her at Trinity College, way across the room, because we always had these big dinners on Sundays, and they had the best dinners at Trinity College. That's when it was in Clearwater, Florida. And I looked across the room, and I'm not kidding, I kept staring, and she was eating her potatoes.
We don't.
He remembers the food
Yeah.
you were
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess so.
And,
Anyway.
and she
So
went
maybe it
like she
works.
went like this, and she looked up, and she saw these big bug eyes looking at her, and you got real nervous.
Yes, I did.
But I spotted her.
But see, that's what I'm saying. There's got to be something that God puts in there. It goes, boom, that's the one.
She's the one.
Is that the way you felt? How about you,
Yes.
Erin?
There was definitely an interest. Like I saw him, I think he was baptizing somebody that day.
Now you're tall, and he's
Yes.
tall. So does that kind of work?
Oh yeah, it
Works
perfectly.
better than the other way.
It's perfect.
Because you see some of these movie stars, and the girl is like a model, and she's tall, and the guy is like a head shorter.
Right.
I don't know how that would work.
It's tough if you're dancing together. Yeah, I found that out.
You're looking at the top of the head all the time. Yeah, right. Unusual book. In fact, here we go. You can send many discouraging, or spend many discouraging years pruning away bad behavior just to watch those behaviors return.
Yes.
What are you trying to tell me?
Well, I had read plenty of self-help books that I thought would really help me.
And there's a lot of them, isn't there?
There's a lot. I had 2 bookshelves full of them. My main issue I thought was the culprit was my anger. And as it turns out, my anger was not the root of it. That was just a symptom. But I kept trying to treat the symptom or prune the fruit. So I remember one day I went to a bookstore and I was buying my 3rd book on anger management, and I was upset in line because something the cash register lady was doing. And,
Too slow.
And yeah, I threw the book down. She probably thought, boy, he needs this book. You know?
I'll give it to you free.
Yeah, I'll buy it for you. So those, it just it wasn't cutting it because none of those books were getting to the root of the problem. They told me what I could do with my hurt feelings, but they didn't tell me why I was hurt in the first place.
Yeah. Now, you just said the word. It's a metaphor in this book about healthy roots.
Yes.
You said it wasn't getting to the root of the problem.
Right.
Okay. Now, why do you go that direction?
Well, God gave me the image, several images, but it turned out to be a fruit tree. And the fruits kind of depend on the health of the roots. And if you equate us to a fruit tree, our fruits are our behaviors, but they come from our emotions. But where do our emotions come from? The emotions come in the branches, but they come from the health of our roots. So it's what we supply our roots that determines how we're going to feel when hurtful things happen in life or have happened in our past.